I know it's getting a decent amount of coverage. I also know that we are spending a lot of time sort of immune to scandal of all kinds. Never mind sports scandal. I'm talking about people leaning into the I'm shameless and your scandal, no matter what it means to you. I'm not resigning. Scandals aren't even bad anymore for brands, whether they be in politics or other places. But sports, still a little bit of the sacred cathedral stuff. And man, you've got coaches and now leaders pressuring the power. Hey, what Jim Harbaugh did here is not just cheating and stupidity. It's not just brazen. It's not just that you can see his record got a lot better as soon as this wildly named Connor Stallions emerges with his spy gear from the Austin Powers movies. Now we seem to have some sort of, is it proof, Mike, video that Connor Stallions, the espionage king for Michigan State who writes manifestos and has 500 pages worth of I can beat you with my being on Jim McElwain's sideline at Central Michigan in a disguise with glasses that actually have, is it lasers on them?
That is a recording light that is on his sunglasses right there. You could tell, like,
he doesn't look suspicious at all.
I know from this video it looks like that could be a reflection, but there is video of him right before that blue light goes on, and you can see it there. And these Ray-Bans that record have that functionality. So yes, he is wearing sunglasses that record while he's on the CMU sideline. He is recording Michigan State signals. It should be noted, you mentioned that their record, Michigan's record, is better after Connor Stallions joined them. Before, Jim Harbaugh's Michigan had a winning percentage of 69%. Afterwards, nice. 91%. It also should be noted that Jim Harbaugh's worst season at Michigan came the season before Connor Stallions joined the staff, which was 2020. You remember what happened in 2020?
Pandemic.
No one was in the stands because of the pandemic. So there's a lot of circumstantial evidence here in the Big Ten, which does have a fair amount of autonomy when it comes to whatever the NCAA wants to do here. The Big Ten has a first-time commissioner in power. And all the other schools now are making a big stink about this, I think rightfully so, because it impacts their jobs as well. Win-loss records directly correlate to employment in Big Ten schools, and the Big Ten is facing a ton of pressure from all of these schools that are victims in this scheme to do something drastic about Michigan's cheating because, yes, while you can say anecdotally, this happens. There's a gamesmanship.
This does not happen.
No. This happens in terms of sign stealing. You see games change when linebackers pick up on subtle cues, whether it be a quarterback touching the towel. There's a gamesmanship element to this, quite like there is in baseball. And the reason why the Astros scandal transcended stuff is because you're using trash cans and recording devices and buzzing devices, allegedly. Well, you have a guy with Ray-Bans that are recording, as you said, straight out of an Austin Powers movie. You have him dressing up in costume.
It's so good.
I like the idea of someone being like, hey, if you want to seem natural, put your hand on your chin and just the other one across your belly and just look like you're really looking at
and
something.
Shoot blue lights into the sky.
The still of him fist pumping as Central Michigan has a positive play is also my favorite because he's method.
Isn't this on the coach next to him who didn't recognize that there was a fraud right next to him?
Yesterday.
Chris, you were gone yesterday.
Yeah, you weren't here. You didn't
College
know.
athletics is weird like that, man. A bunch of people find their way on the sideline.
They were making that argument yesterday, but I'm looking at it right now, and that looks like an accomplice. Like
it'd be funny if the guy kind of just
those guys
over.
next to each other must know each other. Like that other guy's in on it because you can't sit next to that guy with blue lights coming out of your eyes, your hand on your chin, sunglasses.
No red flags here.
Like, come on, that person next to him is also guilty of something. He knows something.
It's 8 p.m.
He's in on it.
They should have known when they saw a young white guy with a goatee. No one has a goatee anymore.
It's a cop.
That guy is in
He's a
disguise.
You got to be kidding me with this controversy, though, because I've told you before, Mike, these commissioners, they're kind of dopes. Like they're.
Especially in the Big Ten, they're basically just vehicles for what the schools want.
But you'll get pushed around by a James Franklin because he doesn't like Michigan because you're a first-time commissioner, and all these important people who are the highest-paid employees in the state are telling you, I want Harbaugh out.
I think something pretty unprecedented in terms of punishment in season is going to happen to Michigan here because we've never seen it quite this brazen. And a lot of the people are like, yeah, it's one thing to do it. It's another thing to be this brazen and get caught so easily because of how brazen it is.
Because you're dumb.
Maybe that's what I'll do in Germany. I'll try to get onto the Chiefs sideline as a Dolphins,
Yes.
I'll be like with glasses on, and you just see me behind Andy Reid.
It'd be so great if you get deported.
Yeah.
Get deported in Germany. That's the
Please
bit.
be careful.
Arrested overseas
Please
or
be
whatever.
That's a good idea,
careful
though.
with whatever you do there.
If you
Midnight
stand
Express.
behind Andy Reid, no one will notice.
Yeah.
I like that joke.
You what?
No, just,
Oh, I'm sorry.
Come on,
sorry.
Dan.
You know, no,
Have you
my
seen
bad.
Andy Reid?
My bad.
on.
Zagacki. Look, man. Sometimes you sound like Zagacki when you're
what are
not
we
doing
lying to the audience
Zagacki.
here?
No,
What are we
you're-
lying about?
You're
Come on.
so deep in.
come on. It's uncommercial poking fun at it. It's fine. It's a play on for me.
Okay.